So talking about the other, country, China. Now, a lot has been happening inside China in recent months. From the crackdown on tech companies to Xi Jinping cementing his position ahead of the 20th National Congress next year. And there's also an increasing crackdown against even the slightest form of dissent from ordinary protesters on the street.
We've seen this in Hong Kong. We've seen this in Macau.
Yes.
The gambling king of Macau, the casino king, the poor chap is in jail.
Yes. And even the celebrities like even a tennis player, Peng Shuai.
She disappeared. And then I think 88 celebrities are in some kind of negative list produced by the Chinese Association of Performing Arts or something like that. And they don't like celebrities. They used to boast we produce one unicorn every day. Yes. Now they boast we destroy one unicorn every year.
Absolutely. So, can you share your thoughts on, what's happening? And also, is it beyond doubt that Xi Jinping will get a third term in power?
Yeah. Let me put it to you like this, with due apologies to all those who might follow different religions. The Constitution of China now states there is no God but ping pong, and the Communist Party is his messenger.
Right.
The second thing that you must understand, the Chinese Communist Party never tells a lie. It tells the truth with Chinese characteristics. You must understand that, right?
Right.
The kind of repression that is going on now is because he has seen what happened to the Soviet Union 30 years ago. He was in his 30s then. He saw the collapse through glasnost and perestroika.
Yes.
He realized how liberalization, democracy, freedom can be very dangerous for a communist system. And so he doesn't want to repeat the mistake. He doesn't want a Gorbachev moment for China. Because everybody understands the day the Communist Party disappears, China's unity will explode. That everybody knows. So now he believes that the only way to keep China together is through repression, through suppression, through oppression. He wants a third term, he has made sure. But in the process of wanting a third term, I've seen all these presidents for life in Africa. It had become quite a fashion. Everybody would become president for life. What really happens is that when you become president for life, this life, next life, and the life after that, there are others who are denied the opportunity.
Right.
They are chafing at the bit. These are the guys who've leaked all the documents to the Uyghur Tribunal in London that is going to give its decision on the 8th of December, whether or not genocide is being committed. And I'm told it's very clear that it is genocide. They gave some pretty explosive documents, top secret, because every speech that is made in China is top secret. Try asking your Chinese friend, what time is it? He said, let me ask Beijing. He won't be able to tell you. Or what would you like to have for dinner? Let me ask ping pong, then I'll tell you. So it's something that we are seeing happen. He wants to assert his control. He truly believes that if he disappears, China will collapse.
Right.
So it's what Stalin at one time had also said. It's all I, me, myself.
Right.
I first, then the party, then the country. China is an amazing nation in which the military reports to the party, not to the government. Yeah. The government reports to the party.
Yes.
So it's like we joke about Pakistan, that every country has an army, but in Pakistan, the army has a country. Yes. So in China, ping pong alone himself has a military. And without ever having fought a war, he knows everything about how to fight.
Right.
And so now we have the thoughts of ping pong for socialism with Chinese characteristics for the new era. Oh, wow. That's now part of essential reading.
Yes.
And then there are great discussions in Chinese schools. Today, ping pong had 2 eggs for breakfast. So let us analyze why he had 2 eggs.
Right.
And this is what they will learn. I feel sorry for them. I do not think he's going to get another term. I think the people he has hurt, including characters like that Jack Ma Yun and others, and that Hong Kong fellow, the Macau fellow, And that the publisher, Jimmy Lai or whatever his name was, the character from Hong Kong, who's at 85 is sitting in jail as a state guest. I don't think they will forgive. People are scared to speak, but this is the age of the internet. You might build a great information firewall, but through various technologies like virtual private networks, etc., information gets out. And any Chinese who travels overseas, he understands that truth with Chinese characteristics is not how the world sees the nonsense that is mouthed by the Goebbels Times. Isn't it the Goebbels Times?
Yes.
Sorry, Global Times. Goebbels was Hitler's propaganda minister, sorry. So I don't think he'll get another term, but China is on auto-destruct mode.
Right.
And now its best friend, even Pakistan, I think it's given a message to Pakistan. You know those Chinese engineers who got killed?
Right.
I saw some reports that the Chinese want $40 million or $38 million compensation. The Pakistanis said, we have no money. They said, well, sell your whatever you have to sell and give it to us. So,
Very.
And Ping Pong hasn't moved out of his country in 2 years.
Yes.
He's a guy who used to be traveling all the time because the win-win is now turning out on his butt to be a kick.
Yes. Absolutely. And I think he seems to be very paranoid that the moment he leaves the country, there might be something behind his back.
There will be. I've seen it in the course of my career.
Yes.
All those who thought, including that joker from Egypt, Hosni Mubarak, who thought that he couldn't be touched. See what happened. Tunisia, I've seen it. During the Arab Spring, I was there. I've served in Tunisia. I've seen it all. One engineering graduate like you, selling vegetables. When the police took away his cart because he didn't have a license, he bought a bottle of kerosene outside the president's, went outside the president's palace, poured it on his head, set himself on fire. 2011, the Arab Spring started. Right. Spread like wildfire. The Yemeni went, the Egyptian went. We all know what happened to a character called Muammar Gaddafi.
Yes.
All these things have, the guys who think they'll be around forever. I've seen this in Africa. My buddy Robert Mugabe, who was an icon in 1980 in Africa, but then suddenly went berserk, didn't want to give up. Omar Hassan al-Bashir, the Sudanese, he considered me his best friend in the diplomatic corps. He's now in jail, awaiting extradition to The Hague to be tried by the International Criminal Court for genocide against the Darfuris. I've seen this in Malawi. I've seen this in Algeria. I've seen this in Mauritania. I've seen this in Mali. I've seen this in Burkina Faso. So these guys will go. Hitler promised his people 1,000 years of the Third Reich. What happened? When the time came, he pulled out a Mauser pistol, put it to his forehead and pulled the trigger.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.